Hey folks, this is Johnny, and here is another one that's going to be a little bit of a challenge to explain. If you're using multi-instrument VST plugins for a lot of your music, you might be experiencing some weird issues with the mute and the solo. And what I wanted to do here is to see if I could go through and help everybody understand what's happening with instruments like this. All right, so before we get started, I would love it if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and enable the notifications so that you know when these videos are going to come in. You can also become a member and support me with a couple bucks a month. Or if you don't want to do that through YouTube, you can actually go to my Patreon page. There is a link in the description, and you can support me there. It really, really helps. All right, so I have seen questions of this, and I think there was a time not too long ago where I explained at the time what I thought the solution to this was. I have actually since discovered that I might not have been correct with that video. Now, that might have been on my old channel that got wrecked, so I'm not quite sure where that video is. So here is a correction if that video is wrong. Let's go to the classroom. All right. So I am actually using a multi-instrument VST plugin called Sample Tank. I have 8 instruments pulled up that I can actually audition at any time. All right, let's go back to here. So now I've created this little song. All right, so it has 8 instruments. They're all playing all the way through. Each of the instruments are assigned to a channel, an audio channel. They are also each assigned to a MIDI note number or a MIDI channel. 1 through 8 in this case, and 1 through 16 as far as the stereo sets of outs for the audio. So, what I want to show you guys is if you are experiencing what I'm about to show you, and you will notice that what reflects here in the mixer will also reflect on your fader port. Watch this. So if I'm playing my song, and I decide to solo the piano, works good. You can hear the piano. But you're probably looking like, what in the heck is happening in the mixer? I'm only soloing 1 channel in the track list, but all of the solo lights are lighting up in the mixer. What is going on? And if I do the same in the mixer, there we go. I have just soloed the piano in the mixer, and good grief, now all of my MIDI tracks are soloing in the track list. Is something broken? Did I break something? Should I take up golf? What should I do here? Okay, so there is a good explanation for this. It is important to understand that you have 3 mute and solo options. I can mute and solo the instrument itself that is in the instrument. I can mute and solo the MIDI performance. Or I can mute and solo the mixer channels. Anybody in pain yet? Took me a while to figure this out. All right. So the simple explanation, and I already did a video on this about an hour ago, and I went back and I watched it, and it was too chatty. Amazing, isn't it? So the simple explanation here is you can mute and solo in the instrument itself each of the different sounds that you have pulled up. You can mute and solo the MIDI performances. The MIDI performances, if I can get my throat to work. You can mute and solo the MIDI performances themselves just by mute and soloing what's in the mixer or what's in the track list, or you can mute and solo the audio that is being routed from the instrument to the mixer channels. So the cool thing is that you've got a lot of flexibility. You can mute and solo and adjust volumes anywhere. I can do them here. I can mute, or I can adjust volumes here. I can adjust volumes up here if I wanted to expand this a little bit. There we go. But don't forget that, when you actually do this kind of a thing, there you go. See, this is the weird part about how all of this works. See, now nothing is muting. This is because of the routing. This is all because of the routing. So, I don't want anybody to think that anything is broken. You solo and mute here in the track list, and all of the buttons go on so that you can mute and solo all of the actual MIDI performances. You can mute and solo in the instrument, which are routed to individual outputs that you can also independently mute and solo in the mixer. Have I completely lost everybody? So remember, this mutes and solos the MIDI performance. This mutes and solos the audio that is in Studio One. And this mutes and solos the actual instrument within the plugin. So you can do this in multiple places. So if all of a sudden you're actually missing an instrument, say for instance, the drums, and you have muted it in the instrument, and you're like, wait a minute, nothing's muted or soloed here. What the heck did I do? And nothing's muted or soloed here. What the heck did I do? Go into the instrument and make sure that you didn't accidentally mute the channel with the plugin. This is where the audio originates. This is what actually executes the audio, the performance. This is actually what mixes your audio, and these are the output routings. Are we clear? Because I don't know about you, but my brain hurts. So I don't know if this was helpful. I don't know if I further confused everybody. Please leave a comment in the comments area. So if you made it to the end of the video, go ahead in the comments, say, I got it. So if I don't see any comments in the comments area that say I got it, I'm going to assume that people just shut this thing off halfway through and just said no, I don't get it. All right. So also, if you need me to try to explain this a little bit differently, also leave a comment in the comments area. You can also go to the Facebook main group, and you can actually contact me directly there. I'd be happy to exchange Zoom hookups or even a phone number if you're still having trouble understanding this, because it can be confusing, especially for a beginner. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next video.